There's that. I think.
Now.
I think we got it. I think we got it. There we go. Let me notify the peasants. Yes, peasants. Okay.
Cool. Look at you having my picture up and me having your picture up.
We're
Hilarious.
evolving. We're getting smarter at everyone.
Rob is on. Sam is saying we need to learn how to StreamYard. Hello. All right. Cool. All right. Let me start the sketch. So, how are you doing, Lewis?
Doing great. Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing, great, of course. Is there
3.
alternative?
Yeah, you could be doing horrible. Life sucks.
Superior people like us can deal with life's vicissitudes without complaining like them.
Do not know that word. Vicissitudes.
Vicissitudes. Have you not watched V for Vendetta?
I have watched it actually once or
Then you
twice.
should know all of the V words.
Oh yeah, that's right. He went on a spiel, did he not? Where's my phone? Dude, what are you doing? It looks pretty cool.
I'm sketching some curtains
All right. Cool.
for my carnival mural. Sam's request. We have a very freaky cabinet of curiosities here where all our weird things lay.
Awesome.
And we need a carnival.
What's up, Taggin? And he's saying Laura. You guys come to my chat. Make sure you also have her up at the same time. We have, this is a strange setup. We have, we're not streaming the same stream, but we've kind of linked, I have a screen to her stream, and then we're both in Discord together. So they're separate, but one, if that makes sense. All right, maybe I do this. That works a little bit better, maybe, but when I back up, that pulls, so I'm going to do this.
It's nice. You have tagging on your stream, and I have on my stream. Funny.
I know. Technology, man, he says. I'm telling you. Tagging louder. If y'all saw my computer, literally almost every single jack in it has something in it. It's like going to blow up. I have like every single one. And it's a laptop. I'm streaming off a laptop, which probably the only person who streams off a laptop.
What is happening?
I said I have, my setup, I have so many things plugged in.
Yeah.
I have every single jack on the computer plugged into it. And it has something plugged in. And then I also have a 4-slot USB extender plugged in. So it's like 4 extra USBs, which it's insane. And I need all of them to work perfectly, which is why probably I have so many issues on the stream. Technological issues, rather. G-Sync said too much. Need to bring that out some. This is actually not that far off. The mouth just is not right. Just to get a little bit.
Are you working on your creepy woman?
Yes, I am.
Today I was looking at your at the reference photo.
Yeah.
And I realized why she's so bitter and disdainful.
Why is that?
Because she's naked.
She's. I think that actually makes her the opposite of that.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
A bit resentful.
Be resentful?
She looked a bit resentful.
They just want me for my body. Why can't I pose with a polo shirt on?
Or like, I'm not getting paid enough for this shit.
She gets paid. She gets
I'm
paid
sure
in the satisfaction that she's helping out really good person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
best superior artist.
Huh. Look at that.
The blocking sketch. I hate sketching. The design. It's like the worst. But like you always say, a good sketch makes for a good bones for the painting, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly those words. A good bones for the painting.
Good bone.
Good
You need a
bones.
good bone.
You always have to bone the painting. That's a rule of
True.
thumb. We live by that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. So how much do models get paid, Tag in? Is I pay $25 an hour for nudes. So yeah, and I might pay like to sit for a portrait, maybe about 20. You know, a little bit less. And 25 for like an hour just standing there, and if you consider the sessions like 2 to 3 hours, so that's $50 to $75 an hour for standing, which it's some work, but it's not nothing. So I don't know the translation. In fact, I don't even know your currency over in Kosovo. So I'm not sure what that translates to for you guys, but it's some good money. That's how much I pay. People pay different. I think the euro. So it would. I don't remember the conversion rate for that. This is constantly changing, but that was
So
questionable.
where do you find the models? I was wondering.
So normally it really depends, but like models know other models, and so I advertise at Wake Forest and also the School of the Arts. We live in a college town, but ever since COVID, like people have been freaked out, partially because the teachers like are freaking the students out. But I don't think the students care as much. But sometimes it like before it was hard to get into schools because they would be like, it was just like everything's locked down, and they kind of continued that on for a longer period of time than I think they should have. Kind of past the time like when everybody in fact opened up, they were still like pushing that shit. So I would get those models from those schools, but we've had a hard time getting them because of what I just said. But things are starting to open up now, so we're hoping to get more. Harry, what's up, buddy? You guys get paid for the model at the Florence Academy. Wait, did you guys pay for the model at the Florence Academy? No. Like, the tuition covers the regular models at the Academy when I was there. That might have changed it up now, but if you wanted to do a portrait, I think you would pay that. You would pay that fee. All right. So like if it was an individual project where normally you're working with another person, so one on one side, one on the other side, whoever you're sharing the studio with at the time, every studio would have 4 people in it, but 2 of those people were working in the model room while you were in there. In the morning, in the afternoon, they would be in there while you're in the model room, so to switch it up. So you'd always have a studio partner that you're with. And so it would make more sense to come up with a project together, split it. That's why in the photos on Instagram you see one guy on one side, one guy on the other side, so you just split the cost. So it wasn't that bad. I don't remember how much we paid though then. Oh, nice, Harry.
Rob wanted me to tell you something. He said,
Oh, cool.
can you tell Louis I tried to draw the full figure and he went terrible. I used straight lines, but on the third line, I didn't know where to place it.
It's good that you just keep on putting yourself in that situation, man. That's the way to do it. And Tagian, don't get a big head, but Tagian's doing it the right way because he is not yet at a solid school, but he's putting himself into this teaching. So I think he can help you out a whole lot. Rob, you should be talking to Tagian because he has a better strategy probably of learning on his own. Like I didn't learn on my own. I went to school, but it was also a different environment back when I was studying. Like if I had all this stuff, I'd be doing the same thing Tagian was doing it. So I'm really glad he's doing that. And can you work on individual projects as well at the school? Yeah, you do. But that's in the end of the second, third, beginning of third year. You start doing that stuff. Before then, I think they're kind of the individual projects are like your bar drawings or your cast drawings, which they make you choose, right? Tagian told Rob to keep on torturing himself.
Good advice.
Yeah. All right. I need to get my head in this.
Put my stream on my phone so that I can see the reference photo on my laptop.
On your laptop, yeah.
And my laptop was doing some sort of weird things. It's not a. It's a Chromebook.
Uh-huh.
If I can tell anyone, don't get a Chromebook.
Don't get a Chrome. You don't like the Chromebooks?
Oh, Queldar is on. Hello, Queldar.
Quadarius Maximus.
Anime mural. It's a carnival mural. You guys can hear Lewis, right? On my stream? Rob?
Right?
Queldar?
You guys can hear me? On the stream?
I hope so.
Laura's asking, yeah. And my stream, can you guys hear Laura, Tagian, and Harry? Shades of Mediocrity. What's up, buddy?
Shades of Mediocrity. That's a good one.
Tagian, what do you mean? What are the advanced drawing students and advanced painting students? What do you mean by that? Oh, her audio is good. Good, they can hear you. Unfortunately, they can hear you, Laura.
Oh, great. Unfortunately, they can hear you too. On my stream too.
I said it first, so you can't use that against me. Merman. 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 Okay. I need to stop painting like a freaking idiot right now. I need to get this back, man. I'm always saying that. I'm always saying I need to get back in practice, and it's true. My foot literally is coming this far away from hitting my camera leg over. That's a very poor setup. And it's the second day I've had this. I didn't even move it. I should have moved it before I started. I could still do it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to complain about it. Because that's what I do. Huh?
Yeah, that's the manly way to do it.
Yeah, manly way is to complain about everything. Everything. All the time. It's there because I'm trying to get the camera as straight on as I can, because the first stream it was like, my face looked thin. I was like, that looks horrible.
Your face?
The face of what I'm drawing, you know, when you put the camera to the side, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
And it just like, yeah, it's a foreshortening. This is probably going to be too light. Nope, that actually is, well, that was actually a little bit too light. Thinking aloud here, Laura.
Damn, I really like that picture with the dark picture. I really love that multi tint. So I'm gonna do that, if you don't mind.
What dark picture are you talking about?
Sam left me some reference photos today. He
Oh,
actually
cool.
did a little in Photoshop for me.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes I just can't visualize what he wants, you know?
Yeah.
And for regular clients, I would say, well, I'll just make them a sketch. And
Right.
regular clients really aren't as discernible as Sam is. He kind of knows what he wants, you know?
Oh,
Regular
yeah.
people, they're like, whatever you do is great.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh, shit.
I've had some interesting experiences lately, but
Well,
yeah, it's better when he knows what he wants.
let's see. Tagian just said, the mention on the Florence Academy page, when they post a student work, they tag the name and the program that he is in, whether he is in painting or drawing. year, and they divide beginner, intermediate, and advanced students. And so you're saying, what is that? Okay, from the time that I was there, like intermediate, okay, so beginner is obviously in the beginning, you're just doing the bar drawings. You're just drawing, essentially. Intermediate is the, you have a grasp on drawing and you're probably starting painting. Advanced students, they've been painting probably for about a year, and their paintings are now starting to look like intermediate students' drawings. Does that make sense? So they have a solid grasp on painting. So that's my guess of how they define it, yeah. With me, I was in the beginner stage for like a year and a half or 2 years. I had to learn it. Right? Well, let me tell you how I learn. And Laura, this might actually, I don't know if this applies to you or not, but this happens in anything and everything. Like it happens in sports, it happens in like if I'm learning how to play a new game, if I'm in drawing and painting, and sometimes in painting I'll get worse. I normally, when I'm learning, I take in everything and I really try to do everything they say without, I fight trying to take shortcuts. I think everybody does, but I really fight it. And what happens is I normally will get worse for a while and until the point where I get bad and I literally think like, I think that I'm retarded. I thought after the first year of the academy that I suffered brain damage. That's what I thought. And, but then like I'll rest and then I'll come back and then I shoot up. That's how I learned. That's what happened at the academy. And that's why I got so discouraged, was because I thought that I just didn't have the capability. I was not aware that I learned that way. So, somewhere between the second and third year, things started clicking and I started shooting up some, which was interesting. But the end of the second year, it was tough. So some people, like everybody learns a little bit differently, you know, and with me, it took me a while to have this stuff kind of sink in, because I was trying to do everything that they said to do. Like one of my things when I paint, I don't sit here and like work on a small area and just kind of like twirl the brush and really like turn the form and make it look pretty from the start, because it hurts to see it blocky. What I'll do, I'll try to think about the color, the brush stroke, and I'll try to put a brush stroke in and make it look good from back here. And it's hard because sometimes it looks chunky from up close. And then I'll also be trying to think of like how I want to build the paint. There's a lot of things I'm juggling, and they're hard to do, and I kind of push myself into that, which I think in the end is going to have benefit, because like I'm always improving as long as I'm practicing, but like trying to do things the right way will slow you down, and it will make you think that you suck. And sometimes it is, you suck and you just need to practice it, which was what happened with me.
Yeah. Well, Rob is asking, how do I prep the wall? Is it primed with chalk paint? It's not primed with chalk paint, it's a painted wall. I painted with latex paint previously, actually many times. I had different murals here, but it's just, latex paint. And or mural paint. But if you have a bare wall, like a plain unpainted wall, then you would prime it with regular primer, like wall primer.
Is that going to be like a castle? What are you doing?
It's a carnival. Lewis, have you not been paying attention?
I never pay attention to you. I always look with women. Women never have anything important to say. I'm a man. I'm very intelligent. I have more to do with my time. I
would know if I would pay attention to you.
You can't say that. I already said that. I said it first.
Don't make me laugh when I'm drinking.
You're supposed to laugh when you drink. What are you drinking? Tea?
Tea?
You should be drinking alcohol at this. It's already 12:30. We're in the afternoon. It's Friday. You're supposed to be wasted at this point. I'm so disappointed in you.
I gotta be sober when I talk to you, otherwise, I don't know. Otherwise, I might feel things. No, I wouldn't feel things when I drink. I don't know. It's too early. That's the reason. I just can't do like I used to could, you know?
Like you used to
Gives me
could?
the shit every time.
You Romanians and your crazy English grammar. I used to
Have you
could.
not watched Dead Man? Dead Man, man.
You know
Dead
what?
Man
I'm making.
with
No, I haven't seen that.
Johnny Depp. They're talking about beans, or no, they're talking about whiskey. They're
Yeah.
passing each other around. There's these bunch of hillbillies, rednecks, you know.
Yeah.
They're passing around whiskey, and one of them says, "Thanks, I just can't drink like I used to could."
Used to.
Gives me the
Oh,
shit every
so
time,
you meant
you
to do
know.
that. You meant to do that.
I
And then
did
I took
everything.
the low road of making fun of you, even though I can't speak a word of Romanian.
Right?
Always take the low road, Laura. Always. Um, Tagging said, I see that the Academy is a little weak on producing finished graphite drawings and portrait drawings. I think it's because the program is set to produce painters that have painterly qualities like Sargent style. I think you're right. I think probably the Angel Academy is better at going through and really refining. However, I have seen some solid finished graphite drawings. I'm more inclined to think that they just don't post them because when I was there, we had a gallery, and I would also see students finish pieces, and oftentimes they were very well, like finished or whatever. And I don't know why they're just not posting. But again, I was there about 20 years ago, which is too long. 20. No, I was there less than 20 years ago. I was there 15 years ago.
You
15 years
can
ago.
oh, right. Not for 15 years.
No, not for 15 years. Of no. All right, I need to work faster than I do here with this stuff. I might sacrifice a little quality just to speed this up some, because I think I paint too slowly for streams, to be honest with you. But anyway, yeah. I do agree with
We're
that.
gonna stress each other, Louis. I thought this was just for fun, you know, just relaxing.
Yeah.
Relax.
And the other thing, tag in, like, okay, so like a finished drawing, I see what you're saying, like it's not like tight and they want to be Sargent-esque, but also you can have a finished drawing that is Sargent-esque. It has solid form to it. Oftentimes, I think like with the Angel Academy at the time, and this is very broadly speaking, I kind of looked and I saw the form too modeled, and it was like they lost some of the form. Like if you're doing an arm or something, it would look too smooth on the inside. It was very refined. They really, but it didn't have individual shapes that could be seen, right? So you can still refine a drawing and make it Sargent-esque. So I think we're talking about like working the drawing up. You're right. Like for the most part, they were pushing it towards painting. It's not something that necessarily when I was there they always stressed, but I did see a lot of people doing it, teachers and students. It's just not promoted as much. I think they should. I think they should. In fact, I think it would actually push the painting along further. Like I'm all for doing that. But I have to say too, 3 years is a compression of what the actual 8-year course is. It's supposed to be 8, so it's compressed. So it could be that there's not enough time. A better quality in figure drawing. Yeah, I can see that. Yep. There's a lot of schools, like, they push it further than that. There's a lot of very good schools out there. I agree. You are correct
Rob
about
says
that.
he's going to have some amaretto right now.
Good. We're creating alcoholics one poor soul at a time. That's what we do here.
Well, it's a little later in Europe.
Hey, it's whatever. It's whatever, man.
Whatever. Keeps you alive. So I actually don't have a plan for what goes here lower. So I'm just gonna start painting above, and then I'll come up with the
Hey, Laura,
design.
where are you
Yeah.
painting? Like a castle or something?
Oh my God. Yes, Louis. I'm painting a princess's castle
Okay, that's what I thought.
from Disney. You know Disney.
Huh? What? Sorry, I zoned out. When you
You
speak
know
more than
English,
no, I do know English,
the language.
but when women speak, I have a 3 sentence tolerance, and then after the fourth sentence, it's a safety mechanism where I just,
Your brain shuts off.
it shuts off to save the wasted space that otherwise that fourth sentence would take. Does that make sense?
Right. And what do you fill that space, pray?
Huh?
Remind me. What do you fill the space with?
I fill it with very deep thoughts of stuff.
Right.
Just trying to be as horrible as I possibly can right now.
To try.
Yeah.
I don't think you're trying.
Oh, I don't need to try. You're right.
It
The Angel Academy.
comes natural.
Yeah. The Angel Academy focuses more on refining models than they forget about the structure. Yes, you're right. From what I've seen. Yeah, and I think Cesar Santos is an excellent example of somebody who doesn't do that. I've always liked, the thing I like about his work is that it has that subtle structure and it has that quality. It's not anything like that. You would think, yeah. So they obviously, I'm sure that, and again, this was 15 years ago, and a lot changes in that time. And it really depends not just on Johnny Angel, but on the instructors who are there. Because there were people at the Florence Academy, like students who would overmodel or anything, something like that, and they might teach that, teach some bad things. But overall, when I was at the academy, that wasn't as prevalent. And if I saw that, I was quick to dismiss it because I knew not to do that because of
What
the
do you
people.
mean by refining models?
Okay, so like refining, you can refine something, but over modeling is when you essentially like lose the structure within the figure, within the contour, right? So if you're looking at somebody's chest, okay, straight on, really what turns the form and makes the form and creates the anatomy are light values and shapes. The shapes are specific shapes. They have a degree of subtlety to them. They're essentially planes, right? Three-dimensional planes if you were to sculpturalize the form. And those shapes have a certain shape, and they also have a certain line edge around them, whether it's soft or sharp. This is subtlety of form. People who overmodel will
Because the six-pack abs.
they'll just generalize it. Yeah, you could have, that's a more dramatic sense, but even just looking at, say, like a pec or something that's like, doesn't look like it has a lot of form on it, there's still individual structures on there that create, like if you were to kind of do a window and look through it, like, kind of block out everything around and just look through a tiny hole, you'd be able to tell that shape has form to it. People who overmodel dismiss those shapes and just go off the overall feel and like really make it fuzzy, and in turn it looks plasticky and Gumby and overmodel and generalized. And sometimes when things are overworked like that, that's how it looks. Or sometimes they just, like, the values are off, they're too dark or too light or too much of contrast. It doesn't make sense. So that's kind of what he's talking about. It's
That's
like too
refining.
smoothed out. It's too smoothed
Right.
out, it looks fake.
Right.
Shane Wolf, who's an alumni of the Angel Academy, he was beautiful student work. He refined models in the form without losing structure. Yeah, and there's some really good people. Like, both schools are just excellent. Yeah. Tagging thing is 17. Like, I was learning this stuff at 21, 22. He's 17, and he's doing it without the help of people.
Oh, this generation has it a lot easier. I mean, I don't want to downplay Peggy's, talents, obviously talent and skill and curiosity, but there's a lot more information and resources nowadays.
That is true.
There used to be.
You are
Now
absolutely.
you can learn Florence of Art stuff from Lewis, you don't have to go to Florence.
You are
You
correct
know?
about that. That is great. We like because back then, like we, not only that, people did not know about the Florence Academy of Art. Like when I went, it was not well known. Like no, I was in Florence for a year before I found it, and I was looking for schools. I was looking hard for schools. So
Wow.
yeah,
So it wasn't like you weren't seeing ads everywhere popping up, and you're like, oh,
no,
my goal one day is
oh
to go to.
no, no way. It was not like that. I mean, I looked up fine art, I looked up all these things, and the academy never came up when I would search it. I think we had Google. I think Google was around then. I'm not sure, but I remember finding the Lorenzo de Medici School of Art that came up before the Florence Academy, and it wasn't until I was over there like the only reason why I went was because Mom took one of my drawings that I did in high school, and she went to Kinko's, like the copying place, and she was going to do a copy of the drawing. And when she got there, she randomly had to run into a physical person, Charles Kapsner, who trained with Daniel Graves. Like this is in North Carolina, Winston-Salem. How does that happen? Like if she never ran into him, I might not have gone. She literally ran into a person who looked at the work and said, "Your son is over." Like he started talking. Mom said, "Yeah, he's over in Florence training at the Lorenzo de Medici School." He says he should go to the Florence Academy of Art, and he gave Mom the information, and that's how we found the school. Isn't that crazy? Now
Yeah,
that school, if you look it up, you can find it easily, which is good. That is how it should be.
yeah.
Block and stage, and then put values in model. Exactly, tagging. Yes, everything builds from there. You get the work on the foundation, the fundamentals. That's why I'm constantly going back to the basics when I come on stream. What's up, Quildarius?
So Roy said he never knew what over modeling meant. I thought Tagian was already at a great school. To be at his level self-taught is amazing.
I
Clap, clap.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's not at a great school. I don't think. I mean, it might be better than what I had. It seems like they're doing better than. Definitely, it was better than my high school, but he's beyond. I think where um, tagging your portraits look like humans made of rubber. That's not entirely true, but I know what you're saying. Sometimes it is with you, but he sees it and he's going to change that. It's
Well, there's that we need to figure out how to share to like
co-stream.
synchronize the chat.
Oh, that chat. Yeah, put the
Did he
chat
leave
into.
me? Is he over at your place now?
I think he's at his house and he probably has two windows up, so he's running both chats.
Oh, I
That
see.
is
Oh,
that is one thing. I could put. I bet you I could put my chat up, but that wouldn't help because like I don't know how you do that. If you know what? I'll look into that. I bet you there is a way. I bet there's some add-on or app or something you can combine the chats of streams with. I bet you there is. I'll look into that. Okay, I need to focus on this. You talk. I talk too much. Oh, that is so off.
no.
Despite what you think, I actually do value your, to a certain extent, your
A moment
thoughts.
of introspection followed by a moment of weakness, which you will never admit because I didn't report it. You focus on your work, Louis. I can entertain by myself. Have a good day, sir.
Were you talking? Did you say something? Sorry, I was focusing on things most men.
No worries.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. My moment of weakness
Quelder is at both.
is that, yeah, that's
Did Louis attend the school at the same time as Scott Waddell?
he was there. Yeah. Yes. But I was in the second or third year, and he was only there for like a trimester or something. He wasn't there that long, and I don't really remember him, but I know I saw him there, and I might have been teaching in the building at the time, maybe. And he's an example of somebody who just thinks differently. He learns differently, right? That school did not work for him. He actually put out a video. Frankly, bashing the academy and a lot of the people there, which I found funny, like really funny. I actually wrote him and said that was a very good video.
I don't know who Scott Waddell is.
He is a YouTuber, an artist, and he really he refines. I think he really works. It's kind of a he has very smooth paintings. Let's put it that way. Very smooth.
He likes Barbie and the Kens.
Yeah.
Of the model world.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't all. And some of us don't, like good old Eeyore used to say.
Right. But anyway, yeah, Scott, he's a very good artist, and he had a different experience than I did with it. It did not fit in well with them. It wasn't what he was looking for, which is that happens. Everybody's a little bit different, and but his impressions of Daniel Graves and Romero Sanchez, both of whom I love, they weren't necessarily flattering, but I could see what he was saying with them, and but they were funny. To me, it was funny. It was fun hearing him talk about the people that I knew, and it wasn't all bad. It was just Scott has a very funny personality. He's very frank, and I respect people who aren't afraid to say something. But I will say I don't think it's good to talk shit about people. That's the one thing. But I like his personality, and he was kind of talking some shit. But it was obvious he was struggling with talking. He didn't want to talk shit, but he wanted to do his experience and a frustration, and he was just trying to be honest about it. So he was walking a fine line there, but I'm not one of these people who's like, you can't say that. If you want to say it, say it. I don't want to say anything poorly about anybody, except everybody that I don't like. Rather than the more visual method of the Scott's awesome. Yeah, Scott's awesome. Hello, everyone. I will be listening, Hammy, and lurking on the most part. Hammy, you understand, and obviously Louder's on because she checks Discord.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah, he's sarcastic. Tagian put it very well. He didn't mean any harm. He's sarcastic. He is. And that's what, he has a very funny personality. The guy's hilarious.
Never heard of him. Wonder how come this is the first time I've heard
Well,
of him.
it's along the classical, right? It's more classical work or a more, this academic style. That's kind of the category he falls under.
That's a bit over my head, isn't it?
It might not be what you're looking for in YouTube. I know him because essentially YouTube. I don't remember him from the academy, though. I know I saw him because I know when he came in, and I remember that. And there was a group of people I remember that came in, and he was friends with Jordan, Sekel, who I was friends with at the time as well, and he came in with him, and I remember that, and I remember that group of friends, and I don't know, man, it's just all these guys, all of them are good. All of them are good. I like, the cool thing is that there's a lot of variation. And what's amazing to me is that with the very fine, this classical, the academic art, oh yeah, I did. You're right. Yeah, tagging. I talk shit about them. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was saying that it's really cool how you can see, like, you're trained academically, but everybody's work still looks different. So anyway.
That's normal though.
Yeah.
When you're in a class, when I'm sure that something you experience with your students, you're the teacher explaining the same words, and everybody kind of interprets it their own way. And at the end, everybody produces a similar result, but it's not exact by any stretch of the imagination.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. I think you're right. It's just funny how that works if you think about it, because it's like you think that if they teach you how to get the proportions correct and the colors and all this, that they'd all look the same. And to a degree, they do. It's still a little bit different.
Yeah, some people are a little looser, some are a little, more exact and tight and kind of squarish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on everybody's experience of life, I guess. Well, I mostly work with older people, like 40s, 50s.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I have any 60-year-olds, maybe, but you can definitely see how much more kind of rigid in their ways they are.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're young, you're so much more dirigible.
Yeah.
Do you know that word, Louis?
Oh, definitely. Dirigible means when you drink the beer, it makes you more flexible. So it means flexible. Because beer makes you loose and you can do whatever the hell you want with no consequences. That's what I have found in my life. If ever I do something stupid, I just say, I was drunk, I had a bad day, and they're like, okay, that's fine, just don't do it again. Wink, wink, okay? Double wink. Every time. Did that answer your question?
Sure.
Okay, good. Of course. Yeah, YouTube is a school, man. I'm telling you, we didn't have YouTube back in the day. Back in my day! I don't know why it says this shit. Oh, that bullshit school that I'm wasting time on. Yeah, tag in. Not that bullshit school I'm wasting time on. That's not my school. It is kind of a waste of time. Brush and pencil strokes will be different. This is Hammy. Different person to person, just like their handwriting, even if they are trained the same. I wonder about that because John Stevens is a very well-known calligrapher who literally works right there, like right beside me. And he does calligraphy. I'm wondering what he thinks about that. Like, I agree with you, Hammy. I'm kind of I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I'm just a smart person with a great ass, a great ass. That's how I identify I don't know how my face looks. I know how my ass looks, and that's how I identify myself. But I was
as
just,
your ass.
huh?
You identify yourself as your ass.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Just so we know where you all stand.
No. Wrong. When you finish that school, Jinshin, soon, it's my final year. That's what he says, Kwadar. And Jinshin. And then Kwadar's asking him. And then he takes over the world, Kwadar. Dude, I am painting so stupid right now. Give me a sec. All right, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to enlarge this a little bit. Didn't work. Just need it a little bit larger than it is. Louder, keep talking. The man is thinking.
I'll talk when I feel like talking, Louis.
Where are the arrow slits going to be in your castle?
Arrow slits.
Yeah. You said several times that you're painting a castle, and there's going to be orcs being shot at the bottom. You need some naked chicks, topless, of course, hanging out the windows, because, to contrast the manliness of the knights that are going to be shooting arrows out.
Actually, I might use that reference photo of you when I drew you as an orc. That I think that would be perfect.
I think that would be great, actually. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Dude, I hope Tagian's talking about what he's going to do later as I'm not painting. And he wants to get in the Florence Academy, but he doesn't have the funds for it right now, which is why I was going to say I hope he gets a scholarship or something at some point to go there, because if anybody, I'm going to keep on trying to vouch for him. I spoke to the school about him, and they're aware of him now because he was one of the finalists in the... Yeah, so I really hope that he gets in. He should get in, because if he gets in, he's going to be... I think either way, he's going to be really good, but he's going to be...
So he applied already?
No, I don't think he's applied yet. I don't think he has the money for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about finalists and stuff.
So he had applied to a competition. Right? And he was one of the finalists in the competition.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And don't they do some sort of grants or something?
They do. And that's why it's good that he did that, because now he's on the radar, and hopefully, they're aware of him now, which is a good thing. I think he should have won. I saw the work that was chosen. I saw his work, and I think he should have won. I'm going to spend another 3 years working. Yeah, and I'm not too worried about it because he has a very good mentality. He knows what to study. And again, like we were saying, there's some solid stuff out there. And I will always teach that as well. I will always teach this stuff. And then that got darker, so I'm going to take this darker part and kind of lighten this just a little bit here. It's going to be darker than that. So it should be. I'm going to bring that eye up. Oh, louder. It's good to be back.
Yeah, that was the first video Rob saw of you repainting my orc picture.
Was it really? That's a funny one to do.
That's a good one. That's funny. Hey,
Yeah.
Clara. Hi. She's on my stream, Louis. Mine.
Good. I don't want her on my stream. She's like, she terrorizes.
What's some good tea, actually? Rose tea. You know what? I should have put in my stars before doing this, but I didn't put in the stars because the paint is so wet. It's okay. If I get stars in my tent, I'll just repaint over it. It's not a big deal. I generally do one underpainting and then put another layer on top. It depends, but sometimes some paints are actually quite thick and pigmented, so I don't need to do a second layer.
Uh-huh.
You never. Am I boring, Louis?
No. I was just flashing my eyes back and forth. You're saying you don't need to do another layer because it's painted on thickly at first. Thick enough. See, I listen to you. And it makes sense. And you're painting with acrylic, right? That's acrylic?
Yep.
Looks really cool so far.
Thank you.
So you have an idea. Wait a second. What's that skull right beside you? Is that you painted a mural of that wall right beside you there? What is that?
Yeah. I have a door.
It's pretty sweet.
I'll take the door, actually. Don't you know, my whole house is painted.
Great. She's here too. Clara's here. I say Tagian, Clara, Tagian. It's medieval culture is dope. You're talking about he says he loves Romania,
Oh,
and he's saying the
Nice.
medieval culture is dope. I haven't looked into medieval culture. I always think, obviously, it's like vampires and stuff, which
are you looking?
it's-
I'm showing the door. See it?
Oh, wait.
It's like-
Yeah, show me. Okay, yeah, I see it. Wait a second. I see it, yeah.
I painted this skull a long time ago. It's not very good. But, you know, I've done better skulls since, so that's good. There's the real one.
Wait a second. What the hell is this thing? Why
Are
is
you
it?
looking at it?
Yeah, I am looking.
That's the Cabinet of Curiosities.
That's awesome.
Mask, we have Rorschach mask, we have a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be this 3D painted sign. Hang on.
Yeah.
It says Curiosité Fantastique. That's gonna go up there.
That's really cool.
I have our carnival on that wall.
You know what I just noticed?
No what?
What's funny is that I am now looking like I just noticed that since you have my screen up,
Yeah.
it's like one of those infinite windows, you know, because like I can see in my stream your stream, but then my stream, and then in that my stream your stream, and then so on and so forth all the way down. Did you
Huh.
notice that?
Don't notice that. No, on OBS.
No, the actual stream itself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's so neat.
That is pretty sweet, actually.
Like an infinite fractal.
It was like that before, but for some reason I just didn't put it together. That's pretty
cool.
sweet, yeah.
So what's Clara saying?
I
Says,
I've-
combined stream.
I banned her immediately when she popped up, so I don't know. She might be saying, "Why did you ban me?" This and that, but an auto message came up that says, "You're a bitch." It was actually the first option it gave me, and so I just have that coming up every time she asks why she was banned. That message will come up and flash on her screen a couple times. So I don't know what she's saying. I don't know. She's not saying anything.
Jamie, she's now in both streams. And Clara said that you should
like a
keep
virus.
making videos.
You can't-
This is your role.
Wait, who said? Wait, say that again.
Clara
Uh huh. What'd she say?
says that you should be making more roasting videos. They're very catchy.
You know
People
what?
want-
You're right. So for the last 2 months, I got backed up a lot for various reasons I won't get into, but it's not important. But I do want to do that. I just maybe I should do that. Maybe that should be the next one I do. I tell you what. Rob wanted this. Rob and whoever else. Burn my ass to the ground in Discord. If you have something you want me to roast you about, send it to me, and I'll put a video together about it, okay?
Cool.
Claire is challenging me. You can't ban me, not because I'm a mod, but because I'm pretty sure you don't know how to ban people. I do know, actually.
Man,
I
I'm
do know. Huh?
stoked. I'm chuffed that this is working. So, chuffed.
What does that mean, chuffed?
Chuffed. You
Was it
know?
chuffed?
A British way of saying you're stoked.
Oh, stoked. That, what, the double stream is working type of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like, always had trouble with Discord and stuff. And now it's working.
It's working now. That's what I was. Sometimes it has to do with stupid updates. That's my point. Like every time there's an update, some weird stuff happens. That's why I get nervous when they update, right? But it is because before it would just stop working, and we'd have to go into general, right?
It did do some sort of update, and while I was testing it, it was hearing me and then not hearing me, and then hear me and then not hearing me. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
not gonna work. And lo and behold,
yeah,
yay!
it's working out good.
Wait, somebody said something. Yeah, Rob says that do Rob's roast. He said he's gonna put his paintings in Burn My Ass.
Okay, do that.
And Clara says you can do another of hers if you need more material.
I will. Yeah.
And to also keep the tradition of roasting all her pieces. Maybe someday you'll actually hurt her feelings.
My intention's not to hurt her feelings, just to destroy her.
With what? With lasers?
No, with my supreme intellect, my main weapon. I have a lot of weapons under my arsenal. I'm a very noble creature and very diverse. I know how to do many things, and I definitely can paint mouths.
Especially that Cupid's bow, right? Are you working on the Cupid's bow right now?
Maybe.
You have to go back to Rose's painting so you can paint her a Cupid's bow.
Rose is, like I said, an evil cartoon character.
She seemed offended that you pay enough attention to her.
She seemed what? You cut out for a second.
Offended that you
She.
didn't pay enough attention to her mouth when you painted her.
Oh yeah, she has the weirdest hang-ups that don't make any sense at all, and it's very entertaining.
Which you don't, of course.
I'm a specimen. Okay.
I mean,
He may
I can
roast
talk about specimens.
capturing the cross eyes. You know what, Clara? Nobody likes you. So mean. She said, I'm doing a good job of capturing the cross eyes. Actually, the impression looks very weird right now.
She's coming along really well, Lois.
This is not my finest painting, but that's okay. This stuff, I'm more focused on just improving things within myself, so I'm taking my time with it, but it is a little bit tricky. Solid brushwork. Okay, I need to put that down. So, Hammy, yeah, I'll roast you. I'm going to roast Clara. I know it's a compliment. Thank you, Clara. There's a lot of things I want to make videos on, but I can't.
What do you want to make videos of?
Not just doing a painting and making a video on it. I want to do videos on subjects like Rob was asking the other day about what getting the impression means. And there's a lot of videos on that, but I gave him an explanation. I think that's very beneficial for a lot of people.
Right.
Okay, this is something I'm just going to have to wait to build the paint up with.
Do you have music on your stream, Lewis?
I do have music on my stream.
Do you hear my music?
No, and the reason why I don't is because I have your stream up, but I have it on mute, and I have the output source. I think it's the output source, like, or the of the actual computer, like that, is essentially whatever I can hear in my headset. So I have.
What I have to, yeah. I
Yeah.
can't hear your music either.
Good, because that would, if you could.
That wouldn't be right, because then both of our viewers would hear double music.
with
It's
yours,
all good because they're not.
you would be here. Can you hear music of your stream in your headset?
Yes.
See, and if you don't want to hear music from mine, and that's why I have it set up this way. This reminds me of those pre-Raphaelite ladies. I can see that. She kind of has that look to her. You know what I need to do?
I want Louis. I don't know what kind of music you're listening to or you're playing,
Uh-huh.
but Clara and Quelder are listening to my music.
Oh, good. I'm playing definitely not any nerdy music. Definitely not Warcraft music.
Definitely.
This is something I should have done a while ago, actually.
It's surprising because
That is
Clara and Quelder are both like that kind of music. I thought the epic.
Yeah, they do. Just get this. This I should have done before. I love the fantasy type music though. I really do.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, time for stars. Let's put some stars in. All right, so kind of recap. I hope that you guys are seeing. I'm just gonna talk about what I did so far. Did kind of like a ombre effect, kind of like a wash of dark on the top, and then bluish, and then coming down. It's kind of purpley on light, and then the tent, the biggest tent that's on the right, that's gonna be in the background, but it's also the biggest one, so it's still gonna be higher than its close-up one. And the stripes for that are red, but as it's night, they're dark a little bit, so I put some blue and black in there to darken it. I think I put a very touch of white, but very little. And now I'm gonna grab a stiff brush and I'm gonna put some stars in.
Actually, that was.
Get it all wet. Get some white paint with water, lots and lots of water. Now I'm gonna flick it and hope that I won't get myself like.
Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Stay.
I like the lo-fi music too.
Woo.
And instant sky, always so cool when that happens. Do you ever make stars, Louis, in your paintings?
I've done it. I've
Paint like
done
a
it before. Yeah.
night sky.
Yeah, I've done it before. It's
Like
nice.
method?
I think I did that once or twice. It depends on. I did that. Yeah, I did that with one painting I did a long time ago. It's just you got to have a big enough brush, and you got to do it so it doesn't look like you're doing it in lines.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, it's a great way. How did I got oil all over myself. Give me a second here. All right. This. Face, rosy hair, big eyes, pointing nose. Yeah, you're right, Tagging. You're right about that. She's modeled for me quite a few times. She always wants. Well, she always wants to model naked, and I said, no. Look, you just got to keep your clothes on, okay? I know you're a nudist. Rose, and she's always walking around with her butt crack showing. And I said, look, even though we're in North Carolina, you have a bunch of women. Walking around named, weird, like Tiffany or freaking, they always have their yoga pants on. You should hold yourself to a higher standard,
Really?
Yeah, lots of Britneys. So.
Britney's?
It's North Carolina. It needs to come up some. That mouth is atrocious. I see what's wrong with it, though. Laura, do you lift? Do you lift weights? Tagging's asking.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Not anymore? Talking about not
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, back in, I don't know, like 10 years, not 10 years ago, maybe like 8 years ago, my husband and I used to go to LA Fitness. We used to go to the gym, and I did lift a little bit, but not like serious, just chilling. But I do work out though. You don't need weights to get ripped. You don't need weights. You can just work out with your body weight, and you can still acquire these guns.
He was saying you look buff.
Oh, thank you.
You
I
do.
am.
Yeah, you're strong.
I
Like,
am.
those forearms.
I
Those
work out.
legs, man. Tough.
Stop looking at my legs.
You can't not notice them. It's half your body right now. And you're standing on a stool
I know. I
wearing
work out in
snowshoes.
Supernatural. You know the VR headset? I gained a lot of muscle with that program. Like my muscles are so much more defined and tough.
Yeah.
Supernatural VR in the Oculus headset. It's so much fun. It's like the only.
Like her forearms are bigger than mine. Wait a
I,
second. They are bigger than mine.
I think they are.
I've
I mean,
not.
some of these things are not something I'm proud of. Sometimes when I look in the mirror and I'm like, maybe I'll wear a dress today and I'll put it on. Like, no, maybe not. Oh.
It says strong woman with a W or with a U. What was I doing? I need to. Oh, I know. Wait, what was I doing? I had to put that down. Oh, because I wanted to. I'm having trouble with reflection. I might have to adjust this camera. Like, give me a second here. I hate doing this because the stream, it kind of makes it foreshortened, but I need to tilt this down because the problem with oil paint, and sometimes, like, depending where I'm painting, I can't see the brush strokes because of the reflection. Let's see how that looks. It still looks okay. But I'm going to try to make sure it's okay. So you're going to lose my main picture really quick. I'll get it right back up. Give me 1 second here. This is what I wanted to do. Zoom in, zoom in. Yeah, I can get it a little bit better than that. There we go. That's better. Set. There you go. Make sure y'all have good quality stream.
You're so thoughtful.
Oh, I know I am. Just one of my many glorious traits.
But do you lift weights, Louis?
Not. I do dumbbells right now and lots of basement workouts. I don't go. I used to go to LA Fitness as well, but when the lockdown happened, I stopped. And I don't need to really go back to do that stuff because I'm actually in pretty good shape. The only problem is I have some bad tendonitis, or rather, I don't know if it's tendonitis. It's like golfer's elbow here, and so I have a hard time doing curls like this. I can do the hammer curls like that, but like pull-ups really hurt. I might be able to do pull-ups, but not the chin-ups. So I'm trying to heal this up. I have an injury here, and then something else. I have something else. I forgot what it is though.
That really sucks.
I mean, I tore my chest, right? Like the first video I ever did, I said this, like I had a torn chest. It was before surgery, so I was doing the left-handed videos because I couldn't move my arm. And that really screwed my shoulder up, which is strengthening up. I do lots of hangings to help that. So like, yeah, I just have some injuries. It's reached the age of admiring women. Those hamstrings are buff, bigger than Lewis's. Well, you can't tell. That's not fair. They probably are. I'm not going to show you because I think you're right. I don't like this, Laura, because there's
Who's your friend?
there's a clear contrast between you and me in this, and it's obvious you're in better shape than I am. And it's really bothering me.
It's the their Romanian blood. There's nothing
It's
anyone
bullshit.
can do.
Sorry, guys. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on here. All right, got it. We're back. Claire doesn't skip leg day like you do. You mean Laura doesn't skip leg day? Like, I don't skip leg day. I do 2 leg days. You want to see something? Look at this. How much, Laura? I need to get my reputation back of just being like badass, okay, and sexy. The sexy part remains, but badass. All right, here's what we're gonna look. Definitely skip leg day. Yeah, you do. Look, what we're gonna do. Can you do a one-legged squat?
Now?
Are you
I don't
able?
know.
Are you able to do it?
I haven't done squats in forever. I'll try.
All right, I want to see you do it, but just warm up first. I don't want you to like blow your knee out on stream or something.
How many do you want me to do?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, I can do one-legged squats.
That doesn't count. Wait.
What do you mean?
Wait, I'm not watching it. Maybe the stream's behind. Give me a second.
Hang on, right now, I'm getting off the ladder.
Okay. Are you gonna do the pistol squats?
I don't know what those are.
You put your leg out and then go down. I'm gonna
Okay.
hurt myself with this.
I need some space. God, this is a live stream, guys. It's not, it's an art live stream. It's not.
3,
not a
4. Are you kidding me? You did 4?
I stopped because I got bored.
All right, she did 4. Okay, I'll do the
Is it
pistols.
out? Okay. The leg is out. Hang on, I've never done this before.
Wait, you just tired yourself out. Let me do it.
I'm doing it with the other leg.
What leg is your best leg?
The right one. I did some, but I pulled my right. I pulled the other.
You pulled a muscle?
No, I'm good. I'm not weak.
Wait, did you do the pistol squats?
Yes, with the leg in front.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a couple.
How many did you do?
Well, 3.
You did 3?
Until I got the cramp in my straight leg.
This might backfire. Okay, I'm gonna try to do some, but I have to take my headset off.
All right. Okay. Let me.
The group will be able to hear me. Give me a second. We're gonna face this down. I think I got that.
Please don't hurt yourself.
I know. Wait, I'm taking this off for a second. You can't hear me, but they can hear me. Okay? I'm taking it off and I'm going to try to do them. I have to do this. I'm warming up. This is not smart. And I know this is not art, really, either. Oh, this isn't good. I really feel like I'm going to hurt myself.
The first leg is in
I
my
don't know why I asked
stream,
her.
and then
She is stronger than me. Those
and
legs are
then
huge.
in your stream it's even more
This is
like
bullshit.
like
Give me a sec.
very
All right.
weird. Okay, we're seeing you. Did you do it?
Eh.
There's
I
the
did 3.
leg.
I did 3.
You did 3?
I did 3.
Awesome. Hang on, we haven't seen them yet. Hang on. Now you're shaking your legs. 1, 2, 3. Nice. For you. Great.
This is bullshit.
What?
It's obvious you're stronger than me. It's pretty funny, actually. Well, good. At least I'm still in the game. All right. What else you got, Laura? Huh?
I don't have anything.
It's not for ego. It's not for ego. I don't have an ego like that. No. Hammy, stop. See, the problem is I now have Ultra Beast in the stream. That is problematic. That is Hammy and Clara combined into one Pokemon terror. This isn't an art stream. I should be streaming, so I'm going to hit the camera.
All there says Laura's were better.
Damn you!
He's just being kind. It's always good to be kind.
No, it's
To
not.
the weak.
If I taught you nothing. Damn. Playing noble music here and I lose a freaking competition to a weakling woman with a small brain. So humiliating. So humiliating.
I think we both lost a bunch of subscribers just now. I mean, throughout. And whenever they catch up, they're like, "Ooh, Laura just streamed. Let's see." Oh,
Oh. We're like, it's so glad we got this working. It's great. Stupid.
don't feel bad. Everybody feels weak around me. It's not my fault. Not my fault. That's from.
It's not my fault. I'm just natural.
I mean, yeah. I was born this way.
This is Tagging's fault. He started this. He has chicken legs.
Right,
Dude.
it's your fan who wants to put you to shame.
Tagging, you're 17. You'll fit when you fill out, man. If you exercise, you'll be fine. You have plenty of time. It took me a while to fill out too.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't until I was 6 years old that I got jacked. 4 or 5. I was working on it. It took me a while, and but you know, eventually it came. You just have to eat right, eat healthy, exercise, and just be badass in general, and you'll get it. Okay, you'll get it.
So Clara asked if I ever done a rope course. I still have not, and yes, you've asked me before, and I said, "Yo, that would be so fun." I think it would be so fun. I think. Have you guys watched Ninja Warrior? Have you ever seen that competition where they do these insane rope courses? Oh, they're so addicting to watch.
That is fun. I agree.
That's fun. I would do.
Yeah.
I would totally go to a Ninja Warrior contest. I mean,
Those are cool.
some of those people are really,
They're-
and the
they're
horses
insane.
are insane. But I'd be interested to see, you know, how I do.
And they take that serious too, you know, because it's like,
You win money.
well, you win money, but like some of those guys, I'm sure actually most of them have actual courses at home that they've built and they train
Right.
with.
Right. Oh, Clara! Another constant question that you ask. We've watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah! she just asked it. Yes, we did. We watched it like a week or two ago. It was fun. Very intense movie. Very intense.
Which one was it?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, what's it about? Shit, that's not good.
It's about life choices and possibilities of how you can see life and what you can do. And I mean, it's got a little bit of humor. It's got a little bit of introspection, and it's got like sci-fi stuff and a lot
Oh, cool.
action, and
Yeah.
it was very fast. Like I think they could have done with less,
Right.
with less, you know, like fast moving imagery.
Gotcha.
I think it was very, very fast. I think they could have done with less special
Uh-huh.
effects, and they would still have achieved their goal. But it was interesting.
Nice. Really cool. Really cool.
It's about everything, Clara says. My God, that guy looks so much like what's his name, Jackie Chan, every single time, I'm like, is that Jackie Chan? Did he? It looked like a younger version of Jackie Chan,
Did
but
it
he
really?
wasn't Jackie
Yeah.
Chan.
Was it not?
No, because I think Jackie Chan is quite old right now.
Yeah, he's gotten older. I don't know what it is. It's like it feels like within the last 5 years, everybody's gotten old. To me, like because I think they're all breaking their 50s, and some of them are getting into their 60s now. And it's like once they break that mark, for movie stars, it seems to me to be like that's old or older. They're not like old, but you see what I'm saying? Like there were icons for being a certain age. It seems a lot of them, and I don't know. Like Tom Cruise is kind of one of them. Tom Cruise, though, that guy's amazing, I think.
Unfollow you right now.
Say what?
I'll just unfollow you right now for saying that.
Oh, you don't like Tom Cruise?
Not really, no.
Why don't you like him? And I'm not like a huge, like, fan, but he's grown on me recently. Why do you say that?
I mean, I've seen stuff. I've seen some clips where he almost changed my mind, but I don't know if, like, I don't know the guy well. I just know that he's such a big sensation, and everybody's like, "Ooh, Tom Cruise, Tom Cruise."
I don't
I
like
look at
that.
Tom
I agree.
Cruise, and I look at his movies. I'm like, the movies suck, and
Yeah.
he's not even that handsome. And what's the big idea here? But I have seen a clip where he was interviewed about something, and he was saying some things that I really liked that he was saying about, I think, some sort of drugs and medicines and stuff, and
Yeah.
like, well, and I'm like, well, he actually has a point, and he's a decent guy, but I'm not Tom Cruise crazy.
I can see that. So, like, so,
He's a
Tegan,
bit, he comes across a bit arrogant, like, oh, I do my own stunts and stuff.
Matita, I don't know what the Matita is. So Tegan says, bro, you drink protein shakes. Laura eats Romanian kebabs between sets. No wonder she's stronger. Those Romanian mititi are full of protein. I don't know what that is. M-I-T-I-T. Mitite. What is that? I've never heard of that before.
You can say Mich as well,
Mich.
M-I-T-I, Mich.
Yeah.
These really good grilled
Yeah.
meat, like
Uh-huh.
ground meat
Right.
logs, small.
Okay.
You make them all grill, and they're made in a special way with a special kind of meat. You know,
Really?
it's like pork and beef.
Okay.
And you have to put in, it's like bone broth or something fattening, and you kind of knead it there, and you leave it overnight to kind of grow, and they're very fatty. Oh, they're so good with mustard.
Dude, it sounds like I should be eating that instead of freaking whatever I
don't
do.
eat that, Gentian. Generally, I eat very little meat.
So, getting back to Tom Cruise, I agree. Like a lot of the movies, the thing is, I like a lot of the movies because a lot of them are brain dead. It's just entertainment. It's not like the next Shakespeare, it seems. But what I like about him, and Scientology I don't like, but I've kind of learned to, because of various things, kind of look past some of those things because you don't know where people are going to end up. Like one or two things could change a person in regards to that type of stuff, like that, a belief system. So, but with he does he flies planes, he does all sorts of stuff. He's an entertainer. He also, I don't know, his work mentality I like a whole lot. There's things like that, but in terms of the movies, I get what you're saying. Yeah, and I'm a fan of his, but I'm not like.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like, the end of all everything. I don't think, frankly, anybody is. But
Except for you.
so yeah, I think it goes too far like that, and that's not healthy for anybody. But I like the guy. I like him. He's grown on me. I like his mentality, his work mentality, and he's entertaining. He's entertaining. As far as his looks are concerned, he's not a bad-looking guy. I don't really care either way with that. Balkan food is the best. Yeah.
Balkan food is the best.
Well, I mean, so Scientology. Look at Shia LaBeouf, right? He was going off the rails a couple years ago, and he kind of like he's changed his life around. And I used to find that guy so annoying. Like I just disliked him so much. But then he really did a 180, and I was like, that's a huge lesson for me. You don't know where people are going to end up. And so that's why I'm like, I kind of have a little bit more patience. Though that is like Claire, what she says is very valid too, because some of that Scientology stuff to me is frankly insane.
Yeah, she says that the point of the movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, is about hang on. The point of the movie is to be overwhelming. That was the part of the experience they were trying to convey. The mother of that movie is she was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Tegan says Tom Cruise looks like he's on crack. He's on crack. I don't know why that hit me. That was pretty good, Tegan. Thank you for that. He's straight up. Tegan says what he's like. He just says it. I can see that too. I can see that.
You're looking at a specific picture.
I can see that. The thing is, and here's the other thing, it's like I don't know this man. Like what you've seen and you don't know the person. People can be complete assholes in real life. And
not be all shallow and
yeah,
judge people.
I agree.
Be more accepting.
As long as that term's not thrown around to be like accepting a bunch of bullshit that is wrong, but you're trying to be open-minded, which is stupid.
Don't be so open-minded that your brain falls out.
Good way of putting it.
Yep.
I have an open mind. Bullshit.
Louis should know that I rob his humble peasant could end up a great artist. Rob said, Louis should know that I, Rob,
Rob,
Rob, is a humble peasant could end up a great artist. Period.
The only way that happens is not through working hard. It's not through practice. It's by watching my channel.
Oh my God.
Message of every YouTuber, right?
You were going to say, but by washing my dishes, by washing my clothes.
But by serving me.
Doing my laundry.
You are correct, Rob, and all you have to do is essentially work your ass off.
Obey.
All you have to do is obey. It's pretty funny, actually. Obey. I want a large farva. I want a large farva. Have you seen Super Troopers 2?
I wanted to. Sounds like, well, Super Troopers 1 was so good that... Actually, I think I saw it by myself.
I haven't seen it yet.
But it's been a while, so...
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
First one was amazing. Very funny. That's why, when you see something and it's amazing, and then the second version of that something comes out...
I know.
And you're so excited, it's always a letdown. Oh.
Well, they're all older, too, and,
Yeah.
Which, again, there's nothing wrong with getting older, but sometimes it doesn't work if it's a certain
yeah,
age.
You can make the same old jokes at a later age and still be relevant. Like,
right.
It's like, have you not grown up, dude? Like, come on. It was okay when you were in college, but not anymore.
Yeah, that's a way of putting it. Let's do
Can't
this.
get away with being dumb forever.
Right. That's a good way of putting it. Watch me!
Clara disagrees with you. The best way to end up as a great artist is to destroy your enemies. That's been my biggest takeaway watching Lewis's stream. There you go. They learn. They learn.
Yes. They learn. What?
Rob says I would have to destroy more than half the population. Why? Why is half the population your enemy? That can't be right.
Is that's what I'm promoting here? Destroy half the population. Rob takes it like that. It's pretty funny, actually.
Destroy them with lasers.
Yeah. Slowly building this up. I don't want to make this too bright, though. I want to kind of compress the values. That might be a little bit too bright. Paint into this a little bit. Bring this down.
See. And you take creatine, don't you, Lewis? You take some sort of supplement?
No, when we had a conversation here like a year or two ago, and I think who was saying it? I think it might have been Randall.
Pete.
Pete, yeah. And I decided to get off it, but the pre-workout drink I think I take might have like a gram of it, maybe. But that's going from 5 to like 1, and it's not. That's also not why I take that. It just so happens to have 1 in it. But no, I don't do creatine anymore. I don't do that. Not like that. I wasn't doing like a lot to begin with. It was just, because there were questions about your liver or kidney or something, and I said, well, it's not even worth it. I don't even care. I remember saying. So in fact, I still have that same bottle, but I haven't used it since. So, like, I always do better if number one, main thing really for me is sleep. If I sleep, then I actually get better. But also, obviously, just eating food. If you have a juicy brain like Lewis, the ideal brain, this is true, Tegan. I saw that before, though. I was cracking up. We were talking about, I forgot what we were talking about at that point, but. Nope. Nope.
Okay, let's see. What else am I gonna do?
That doesn't work. Juicy brain. Yeah, I was wondering what video I should do, but like I need to loosen up and be like, dude, just make a video of this. But every time I do, I kind of feel like it needs to be epic, which is like worth it. But I want to do a video on this one, which is why I want this to be good painting.
Mm-hmm.
And what I might do too is repaint the one of Rose that I did as a video as well, because I don't like how I painted that one. So I'm trying
Yeah,
not to.
you didn't do her Cupid bow?
Screw the Cupid bow. I did not do a good job painting, but that was partially because of my reference photo. That was my fault that I took that looks horrible. But yeah. It's,
Clara's checking that for you.
checking what?
Clara says, Clara says, I usually opt for not destroying them in particular, but breaking down their sanity. It's still a work in progress with Luz, but I'm making good headway.
She's not going to be successful with me at
Clara's
all.
gonna check for you whether you did her Cupid bow or not.
On hers? Don't listen to Rose. Guys. That is overmodeled. That is not looking good. Yes, fix this. Oh my gosh. Whoops. Need. Shit. It is America's duty when Lewis dies to freeze his brain for the future, let alone scientific research. Tagging. Lewis, Ed, and Claire asked, did you decide which tagline you wanted to include for this piece? No, because I wasn't taking that as a serious conversation. I think this is a really good reference photo, even though I'm kind of butchering it right now. I don't know. I didn't really give it much thought, to be honest with you. Huh.
Needs to be the title.
Too much.
Have you
Let's see that.
mentioned before that I'm part of a lot of Facebook groups? One of them is called Classic Art Memes. Oh my god, so
Really?
funny! Like they're so funny. They pick these paintings and they caption them,
Right.
and what they come up with is hilarious.
Is it really? Yeah.
Really?
There's some
Maybe
funny. Yeah.
I'll share them in Discord.
You should. You should definitely do that. That'd be funny.
There was one. I mean, I think this is just kind of like a joke.
That's too light.
Painter asks, are you comfortable? Painter asks the model, "Are you comfortable with nudity?" And the model says, "Yes." And then it shows the painter naked.
Yeah, that's good. There was one of the guys who models for the Florence Academy. I'm not sure if he still models, but he was really funny. And I remember he was making a joke, and he said, like, because he was our friend actually. He started, anyway. He was my friend at the Academy, and he was modeling, and he said, yeah, like I had a dream, that. it was a nightmare. It was one of those dreams where like I was up there modeling, except I looked around and everybody was naked, but I had my clothes on. So it's like the reverse, like went to school naked dream.
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny. He said it better than I did just now. But we started the Florence Academy running team, but we spelled it, like Florence with a big F, below that Academy, Florence Academy running team. So all you saw was fart in big letters, and in small letters, like you had Florence Academy running team, So that was our poster, and we had that up in the front of the school when people like would walk in and visit. That's what they would see. It was a sign saying "fart" on it. So it's pretty funny. He came up with that.
Jokes and similar.
Yeah. I think you should include a tagline to make it a meme. It will go viral. Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
easy for things to go viral, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, we could
Yeah, just make people laugh.
let's just make people.
People.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which you're very good at,
Oh,
whether you want to or not.
totally. Darken that. Darken. Actually, change the music in a second because I think it's repeated like 3 or 4 times at this point.
I've seen there's a show, I think it might have been on Netflix. I don't know if we have Netflix anymore. It doesn't really have much good stuff, but there's a show called Love, Death, Robots.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's an episode that I really, really love.
Oh, cool.
I don't love all of them. Most of them are kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
But there's one that I really love. It's called Zima Blue.
Uh-huh.
It's about this robot. Well, it's like a robot guy, uh, and he's an artist, and basically it shows how he was formed and his evolution in art.
No way. As a
And then
robot?
as a robot, and then his dissolution. It's really such a cool. It's like 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
That
I
actually
love it.
seems really awesome.
It really is. Zima Blue.
Zima Blue.
Yeah, you remember that, Clara? Yeah, I love that. There's another one that I think I've seen it twice. I don't know why I saw it the second time because this was just as grueling as the first one. The one with the lady in space, the astronaut lady. Oh, that was so difficult to watch. Where she goes out to fix something and she gets stranded from her ship and she can't get back, and then